Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka thatvillainjay. And with me, as always, my partner in podcast, the numbest of skulls, Mr. Numbskull himself. There he is. We are here for some of our most famous, most watched, most beloved type of podcast episode. We are doing top 10 cards of Universes Beyond, Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man, whatever. I don't even know what the official name is. The Spider-Man. The Spider-Man set is coming out. It is hitting store shelves September 26th. It is hitting Arena September 23rd. And speaking of Arena, we have the first time this has ever happened. We have different cards on Arena than we do in paper. So we're going to be talking about them both, because Through the OMENPATHS is its own thing. And that is the Arena-only product. That is no Spider-Man on Arena. If this is the first you're hearing about this, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. If you were looking forward to playing Venom on Arena, it's not happening.
Sorry.
So, we're going to talk about our top 10. First, we're going to give you our thoughts on the set. We're going to do all that shakedown, breakdown, and then we're going to give you the number one card we're most looking forward to, and our general feelings on the set. But before we do, we want to say thank you to our patrons. This is a Patreon-funded program here. You can join our Patreon. You get early access to the videos. Not only you get early access, you get input. When you want to see something, like our last deck, they wanted to see it. We did it for them. You get all kind of exclusive stuff, behind the scenes, all kind of cool stuff by joining our Patreon, and you get to help support the podcast directly, which we really do appreciate all of the stuff here. This is going to be our 5th preview this year, so we're working hard on this. We have another one coming for Avatar, and we're hard at work.
And when we do this, we make new decks, and the council gets the decks before anybody else does. The new decks that Jay and I make. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And the people who are in the podcast, which I will read in a moment here, they can attest that they get our cool early access decks before anyone else does, before they're posted anywhere else. So you will get first dibs on that. You get the episode before anybody else. Other exclusive content, all for as little as $1 a month. So, as we always say, we like to think that we make it worth it for you. So absolutely, give it a shot. Otherwise, as usual, we're just happy that you're watching our shit.
Yeah. So all we need you to do is communicate with us. We have a live stream going right at the same time. We have a live premiere, or you can chat with us or leave a comment. Tell us what you think. We try to respond. Hit the like button. All that good stuff.
Follow us on Twitch. Come check out our Twitch. We have a lot of ways to interact with us. A lot of free ways, but becoming a patron member, becoming a member of Jay's YouTube, joining the council, on Patreon, or subscribing to either of us on Twitch, always much appreciated.
Much appreciated.
So we have a lot of free ways to support, even some paid ways to support to get extra stuff.
And one of the bonuses is, of course, Numbskull's going to read your names right now.
Yep. Yeah, you get your names read every episode. So we're going to do that here. So thank you, as always, to our patrons. We've got Shane Hare, Neptune, Mezundead, VG, Zyron, Jason Flood, Just the One, Larry Mitchell, Jay Langford, Mental Mechanic, David Meissner, Deadfast, Arjun Icon, Elvan Breams, Jamel Langford III, Trexodactyl, Lord Gypticus the Flipticus, Mamulian, Nickel Nuts, Ulfveer, Dante Valentine, Savrit, and Clever Sound.
The cleverest of sounds.
The cleverest. We really appreciate you guys, especially some of you who've been here. It's been, actually, Jay, I think I don't know if we just missed it last month based on when we put the episode out.
Yeah.
That was our 3-year, right? Like right at the end of last month, wasn't it?
It was our 3-year anniversary, I believe. It was September. We just had it crazy and busy with new cassettes coming out, other things going on. We'll have to do a Perspecticus look back on 3 years.
So just consider this like our 3-year anniversary episode if you want. Because it's, I think the last time we put out an episode, it hadn't quite been 3 years, but now it's over that. So you can consider this the 3 years if you like, But yeah, so we do have a top 10 to give you guys. Jay and I are pretty excited about this set. I'm sure he would agree with this. We had a lot of overlap in this one.
This was an overlapper. So getting into let's talk about not Edge of Eternities, but Spider-Man, OMENPATHS. Edge of Eternities, we went in completely separate directions. I don't even think we had. He came with a list, I came with a list. We said, boom, that's good. And I don't even think we could really decide on a number one. We actually struggled to hit a tier 0, and our prediction wasn't even that good. It ended up not being that good of a card.
For our number,
little too
our
tricky,
0.
Yeah. But this one, we had, I think, probably 5 overlaps. We came with like 10 each, and 5 were overlaps. So there are some good cards. I'll say this. Well, first of all, you know what? I'm gonna let you go first. How do you feel about the set? What's your hype level? What's your feeling about it?
Pretty excited, dude. A lot of good black cards. So that was a good bit of our overlap. Was what, like 1, 2, 3 black cards or something like that. So
yeah,
that was pretty good. There's some mechanics that I think are going to be sweet and that play off of mechanics that we got in other sets, which I think is relevant. So I think there's some excitement here. I'm not too concerned with the what do you call it? The OMENPATHS stuff on Arena. It's fine. You know, I'm not like playing a card because, oh, this is Carnage, or oh, this is the Green Goblin. I'm playing it just because, you know how I normally approach it, like just the actual.
Yeah, you don't.
Is this a good Magic card? You know what I mean?
You're not like a Spider-Man fanboy who's like, oh, if I don't get to play Venom, I'm gonna be real mad. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think Spider-Man's cool, and like I have the Miles Morales game on my PS5. Like, it's cool. You know, I enjoy playing the Spider-Man video games randomly sometimes, and just like swinging from buildings in New York City on a video game. I think that's cool. But I am not, and I've seen a few of the movies. Like, I don't go see all of them, but I like Spider-Man. It's just not exactly, I'm gonna be getting the Surge foil, Gwen Stacy card or something like that. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, just spending all kinds of money on it. Like, I'm just gonna be, getting the cards that I think are going to be good in the decks that I want to play. And if I open something cool, then so be it. But nothing too crazy,
This is a little bit off topic, but because you weren't also, ironically enough, you didn't really know about anything about Final Fantasy either. Do you think that there's universes beyond that would capture you, be like, oh man, I gotta get this?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. I was gonna say if they made
if
they made like a Philadelphia Eagles universe.
They did like an Eagles, they did like Philly sports one, that would be something.
I don't think that set's gonna sell well, to be honest.
No,
it's just Philadelphia sports. It's nothing else.
Maybe like a secret lair. For like, maybe they do like a crossover secret lair with like sports teams. Who knows? But, something I could see also, to the effect of the Dragon Ball Z thing, or also Demon Slayer. I would get Demon Slayer Magic cards too.
Okay.
I would definitely enjoy that. Even maybe like a little Tokyo Ghoul or Death Note. Those are like some of my favorite animes.
Okay, so it's a couple of different animes.
I know it's kind of basic, but Dragon Ball Z, I know they have their own TCG, so I think there would be a lot of red tape with that, and it just probably wouldn't happen.
Yeah, and I think
if I could get a Vegeta card, I would be all over that, and I would probably get like the nicest one.
And speaking of future episodes, we're going to talk about this a little bit more because there's a lot of, I don't want to approach it right now, but I want to tell the viewing audience, there's a lot of, and I know there's going to be comments, there's a lot of controversy about Universes Beyond. There's ups, there's downs, there's antis, there's pros, especially with this OMENPATHS / Spider-Man split. And apparently this is going to happen for each Marvel product when we get like an X-Men and an Avengers. They're doing like one a year. So it's a 3-year project, and we're going to get OMENPATHS for each 3-1. So we're going to get 3 split sets and everything there. So people are burned out.
It's Marvel who wants that, I guess.
It's Marvel, right? It's Marvel. Okay. They don't have the license.
Okay.
It's weird. I'll say this: it's weird. It's weird that we're not getting 1-to-1 parity with paper and arena. I don't really like that. However, I actually really do like the Omen Path cards. I may be more excited for the Omen Path cards than I am the physical cards, than the actual Spider-Man. And I think I'm not alone in feeling that.
Some of the arts are, well, you know, Jay and I were looking at one particular that we will get to eventually, where we enjoyed the art. It was kind of an allusion to a previous set that we thought was cool. We liked the idea of it, and we think it, like, flavor-wise, it, like, fits perfectly. But yeah, I think a lot of the art for the Omen Path ones that I've seen the art's been really good.
No, they nailed the art and the style. We're in Ravnica, we're in Edge of Eternities. They go back to like Thunder Junction. There's some cards in Thunder Junction. There's
going all over the place. Huh?
Duskmourn cards. Yeah, pretty much any place that's currently in Standard, they have a card that's set in that location.
Yeah, I definitely like that. I think that's good. You know, I think we were looking at what one that we said was an Ixalan, something like that.
We saw one in Ixalan, yep.
So it's almost like they're going all over Standard, which I kind of like, given that it's a universes beyond. You know what I mean? I guess through the Omen Paths.
Through the Omen Paths.
But that kind of deals with what, like traveling between the there's planes, right?
Regular people can jump through the planes now, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's pretty sweet, I think. So I think it's a good theme to bring in, and it's a good way to like make a parallel between the universes beyond and the other stuff. You know? So I'm for it. I just know that, you know, people are going to complain like they always do, and that's fine. And I'm kind of with you about the lack of parity. Is like I'm going to have to like learn the names of like each card twice.
Yeah, and I want to say as a side note, since I do have mostly an arena audience, I know that there's a lot of people that do say, hey, Jay, I'm taking your deck, I'm buying it in paper, and I'm going to go run with that. So I think my audience maybe is like 70 arena, 20 paper, maybe give or take. Okay. We're going to be doing both. We're going to mention both cards. I'll show both cards. It's more work for me, but that's the dedication that I have to give you guys the most premium content. It doesn't matter if I have to spend another hour in the editing bay doing it for you.
I think when we call the names, we're just gonna do the Spider-Man names, but we'll show the Omen Path on the screen. Is that how we're gonna do it?
I'll say the other name too. I'll look it up.
Okay.
I have them up here.
All right, I will do my best to look it up for the ones that I call out as well.
If you call it out, I can find it for you if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll do our best to kind of accommodate both. I know a lot of people who watch my stuff are mainly arena players too, so I think we're in a similar boat there.
So the other thing is, my hype is warm. I would say that it is less than EOE, but more than Aether Drift.
Okay.
Probably Tarkir levels. Maybe a smidge below Tarkir. I'm not like exploding. I'm also very fatigued with the 5th set this year.
I was talking about that earlier with some friends, about just how we need to we're like all ready to go back to 4, we think.
Yeah, I think 5 is a decent. I think 6 is too much, man.
Yeah. Because it would be cool, like, if maybe Spider-Man was pushed back, like, a month, and then it was just, like, the last set of the year.
Yeah.
You know? I think we could all, like, get on board with that compromise, you know?
Yeah, it's possible. So, there's a lot going on. We want to hear from you. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think about this. So a lot of mixed feelings. Positive. I do like a lot of these, like you said. There's a lot of black cards in this. There's a lot of villains, which literally is my thing. So, there's some good stuff in here, and I want to get to the good stuff. I want to get to the
absolutely
the top 10. So, let's get right into it. Do you want to jump in first? Do you want me to jump in first there, Numbskull?
I usually go first. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm down.
All right.
All
right, here's the top 10.
Yeah, so this is going to be my number 5. And this is something, while we're talking about Marvel, that's going to, like, kind of be a like some kind of motif, if you will.
Yeah.
About how should I say it, about something that is in Marvel that is like pretty relevant that like Marvel fans will know about, and I think it's gonna help draw people to it, kind of like people were drawn to Final Fantasy, you know. So this one, let me not yap too much. It's the Soul Stone. This is one of the first cards that was premiered. So this is it's you know, it's one of the it is listed as an Infinity Stone, so you know that's like Thanos gets that, and maybe one day we'll have a Thanos card, which I do think would be kind of crazy because it's got to be like super powerful, probably like 5 colors, indestructible, hexproof, shroud, like every untouchable, you know. But anyway, it's a legendary artifact, 1 colorless, 1 black. It is a mythic legendary as well. Indestructible. Tap it to add a 1 black mana. You pay 6 mana and 1 black and tap it, and exile a creature you control, and then you harness the Soul Stone. When it is harnessed, its Infinity ability becomes active. The Infinity ability, at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, pretty sweet, in my opinion. Mana rock, if nothing else. And it does a lot of cool stuff. I think it could see play in like a lot of formats, and I think that's why it's nice. But yeah, fun card. I think people are gonna try to do stuff with it, and it's like an instant reanimator, you know.
I want to say this is on Arena. It's called the Terminus of Return, and it is called a Terminus Stone. From what I understand, kind of the lore, that maybe it's headcanon, but what it looks like to me, it's like the end of an Omen Path to like send you back. So there's going to be a bunch of terminuses in the Omen Path. Termini even.
I don't even know.
Terminuses.
Yeah, maybe.
So you're going to get the Terminus of Return, the Terminus of the Mind, the Terminus of Rebirth, and you'll get the different colors, basically the Soul Stones. Cool. So Terminus of Return, it is an Arena. It is a mana rock. Here's my hard disagree. This is probably the only one. This is our debate mode here. I think this is nothing. I think this is overhyped. I think that the Infinity ability is the exact same thing as
that enchantment from
Perseverance. Yeah, the Eldraine enchantment.
Yeah,
it's
it has the adventure.
The
removal spell.
Castle Lochthwain. Yeah. What is it called? I think that is that, and it's more expensive. You have to play it and then activate it. And when the other one, you just have to pay 7. Castle Lochthwain. It's called. I can't remember what else.
It is something Lochthwain. That's the removal spell. But yeah, I don't disagree with that part. But this is an instant speed activation too, which is pretty cool. I think.
True.
You know, and it's indestructible. They can't destroy it. Well, they could exile it, but they need a very particular card in Magic to get rid of this. You know.
Yeah, it's called Virtue of Persistence. There you go. I couldn't remember it.
Yeah, there. Yeah, it's one of the virtues. Yeah.
Virtue of Persistence mint is $7. The Soul Stone right now is currently selling for like $100 to $200.
Yeah.
Some of
them are like the ones like 20,000. The textless one. Yeah,
the textless one, and then the the Thanos one is $1,000.
Yeah.
So
pretty cool.
I feel like you don't need to buy this. I don't. It's a mana rock. There's so much exile right now. I know it can't be destroyed, but nobody's really main decking that much enchantment destruction anyways. I feel like if you really want the extra mana, just play Golgari and ramp. I don't know. I think it's overblown. I don't think it's a bad card. I think it's overhyped because a lot of people are talking about it. I think a lot of people are going to realize giving their turn 2 away for this for a potential on turn 7 that's even better done with a different card that's already in standard or the same thing is done. You know, it may get better once we get that Infinity Gauntlet, like you were saying. If there's something, if you have 2 Soul Stones out, they get to, you know, they're cheaper or something, or you get double the effect.
Yeah.
But as far as I feel like it's mid. It's just okay. I will certainly play with it, but I remain super unimpressed by it.
You know, when you talk about like wasting your turn 2, you know what I'm gonna do? On turn 1, I'm gonna duress you, and then turn 2, I'm gonna play the Soul Stone, and then tap the Soul Stone and duress you again.
Okay, yeah, you do get to activate the black mana right away.
You do get the mana, so like, it's like, okay, maybe half your turn, if you will, but then you also make that trade where you get the extra mana the next turn, so turn 3 now you have 4. You're effectively paying it forward, if you will.
Yeah.
So I think there's something there, but I understand that, we're maybe not doing as much as we want to do on turn 2 because we're playing setup, and turn 2 and 3 in Magic are obviously very important. Some of the reasons that the ramp decks do well is because they start ramping on turn 1, not turn 2. So I do understand. I just think that maybe we just have to call it out because it's such a...
It is. It's going to be a big card.
Such a card.
A lot of anticipation. I think probably the most anticipated card. So
it's almost like that One Ring hype, if you will. Probably won't go as crazy as One Ring, but it's kind of on that level of hype.
It's the chase card.
Epic. Yeah. For the chase card of the set, I think for the one card to be like that, it's the one that comes close to the One Ring. So even if it's not crazy played, I think it's something that has to be mentioned, even just for like finance purposes,
Yeah, absolutely, and that's fine. I think it'll be interesting. I'm glad on Arena I don't have to pay $1,000 for it.
Yeah, this is where having Arena's great. Just burn your mythic, a couple, 2 or 3 mythic wild cards for this. Maybe put 3 of these in your deck, whatever. Or just play Virtue Persistence, like Jay was saying. Who knows? But but it's I think that you could get away with it, like not even doing the activation, and just be ramping.
Exactly.
Also, timeless gamers, you do your Dark Ritual on game 1, turn 1. You play this, then you still have like 2 mana left over, because 1 from that, 1 from the other. You could do some stuff there. You know what I mean? So there's little things you can do, and then you ramped pretty good. You could like turn 1, get that out, and then also like play a creature, Thoughtseize, whatever. Like there's things you could do. And I think that's where like maybe in some formats where like something like Dark Ritual is legal, or maybe where there are like moxes, that's something where we could maybe do some crazy shit. So
Possibly.
Who knows? Yeah, so who knows?
So I'm gonna go next. My number 5, and this one is, I kind of agonized about this, but I think in the end, I think it's another one that's just too interesting to ignore, and that's gonna be Anti-Venom, Horrifying Healer. That is going to be a symbiote hero that is a 5/5 that costs 5 white. In Arena, it's called Verilax the Haven Skin.
Okay.
It is also a symbiote hero. Funnily enough, the word symbiote is not copyright, so we are getting symbiotes and symbiotes as a type line.
Cool.
Yeah. So, Verilax the Haven Skin. Interesting name. 5-drop 5/5. The reason that this is good is because you had 2 effects. If you had 1 effect, I'd say it's bunk. It is also a mythic rare, and it's legendary, which one of the problems I feel like with the Spider-Man set is there's way too many legendaries. There's a lot of good cards, but you can't get very many of them on the board, which is kind of a problem. But we can talk about that later. But when he enters, if he was cast, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So a 5-drop Reanimator is not bad. I know we have 4-drop Reanimators right now, and his casting cost is all 4, but frankly, if you're running him in Rakdos, I mean not Rakdos, but if you're running him in Orzhov or Boros, I don't think it's a problem. You can have treasure, you can have a lot of different ways. There's enough dual lands in white color that you're really not going to really run into an issue with that, even if you're running it mono white. So a Reanimator for 4, a 5/5 that gives you another creature is good. I mean, Valgavoth turn 5 is not bad, especially when you have this guy. The other thing about him is that if damage was dealt to Anti-Venom or Varilax, you prevent the damage and you put that many 1/1 counters on it. This is kind of what seals the deal for me, because this is a humongous problem. This is one of those Phyrexian Negator and Phyrexian Obliterator type deck.
Vindicator, I think.
Vindicator and Obliterator.
That was the white one. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you have prevent damage and do something else, you're dealing with a really good card. The main reason that I like him is that this is almost impossible for red to deal with.
True, yeah.
Red has absolutely, and it's part of the reason that as soon as you got Obliterator down on the board against the mono red, they would scoop. Because there's nothing they can do. They're going to die.
Remember having that on the sideboard? Yeah, and then they just scoop when they see it. They can't do anything.
There's no removal they can do. There's no burn that they can put out.
They can't even attack.
They can't even attack, no.
You just block and then they lose.
Yeah, you prevent the damage. You prevent all the damage, and then it just gets bigger. And it gets bigger, and then you're just going to hit on the swing back, and if they block that, it's going to get bigger again.
Yeah.
So I think there's both of those, with both of those abilities packed into one thing. I think that it's too powerful not to be playing as your finisher. It's crazy to think that turn 5 in Magic is now basically the end level, the last turn of the game, but but no, that's genuinely the case. I think that it is probably a pretty solid white card. I think it's going to fit in any kind of white shell. Hell, even in something like Selesnya counters, it's going to be good. Like, you know, there's a lot of versatility here. The biggest drawback is that it's big, it's crazy looking price, but honestly, with Starting Town being what it is, with all the double lands that we're getting, I don't feel like it's going to be that tricky to get this guy out.
Yeah, white. There's a few different white lands, like white, like you said, white black and white red, with our shock lands now that are like fine. They're and then like all the verges being there. I think it's like good enough where you can like do a little bit of another color with it and it'll be fine, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's definitely something that people are going to play, and it's something that people are going to use to combat mono red, because those effects, like you said, they always are supposed to be like your mono red killer, and they hope to, you know, mitigate it and keep mono red at bay a little bit, because it is mono red's getting pretty good again. So definitely something that we want to, like a nice tool for people to have. Okay, I got number 4 for mine. I've got Villainous Wrath.
Villainous Wrath.
So it's 3 colorless, 2 black. It's a sorcery. It's a rare. Target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control, then destroy all creatures. Pretty sweet, I think. I think we were talking about it, and Bloodletter sees the life loss because Bloodletter's on the board when it happens. So Bloodletter makes it double.
Yes, this is as you know, me and Numbskull are always searching in our hearts for an empty hole that we have in our hearts
that we can never fill.
That we can never fill again, and it's called the Meat Hook Massacre hole. That they took it from us, and we're still not over it.
Yeah, we never will be.
We never will, because it was the ultimate gain and drain wipe.
That was perfect.
A little too perfect. That's why we got banned.
A little too good. Really good card.
Target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control. Then, so your order of operations, they're going to lose that life. So if you curve this, just like Numbskull says, turn 4, you're into Bloodletter. Turn 5, you're Villainous Wrath. If they have a wide board, they're going to lose 5 or 10 life. If they have 5 creatures out, they lose 10 life, and then everything is destroyed.
Yeah. And if you have, like, Sephiroth out, then he sees all those too.
Yeah,
and it's it gets crazy, dude.
That's the other thing. Like, you could curve, theoretically, you could go the Blood Witch, Sephiroth, or the Caesarian Void Mage. Gain and drain card, or Sephiroth on turn 3, Bloodletter on turn 4, Villainous Wrath on turn 5. It triggers, they lose the life, everyone dies, and then they're going to lose the life for all the cards that die as well. It is a finisher. It is 100% a finisher. Also, It's the same thing in paper and arena. It's called
Oh, the
Villainous
same
Wrath.
name. Yeah, because it's just like you can't trademark the word villain. It's
No.
villain. You know.
I mean, I tried to.
Jay already.
They
Yeah.
won't let me.
Jay already has it trademarked. You can't. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to pay me a nickel every time anybody plays this, by the way. So I'd encourage everybody to. I encourage everyone to do it.
I had to get Jay extra money to take this card as one of mine.
Yeah, I'm going to copyright claim this video, so for myself.
So it is pretty sweet. What's the art? Well, we'll see the art, but I'm sure the art is cool.
The artwork looks like a guy. It looks like an evil Wrath of God.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Just like a black light coming down with skulls everywhere. It looks very edgy and appropriate.
Cool. I think for me, this is still going to be a sideboard card in my best of 3 games, but it's definitely something where, like, if you're running into a lot of creature decks and you're playing best of 1, then throw 2 or 3 of these bad boys in there and get up to the Villainous Wrath. And don't forget, your Soul Stone can let you cast this on turn 4. Don't forget.
Can't
Don't
forget.
let them tell you Soul Stone's not good. It might be bad. I don't know, but
I'm not
you
saying
don't have to wait till turn 4 anymore.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I'm not as hyped as everyone else.
I see. No, that's understandable.
Yeah. Also, it's bad.
Go on, man. But yeah, I mean, hey, maybe you don't need to wait till turn 5. Maybe you want to let them get more shit out so you can kill more things and make them lose more life. That's fine.
Yeah, and I think that I you know me, if anyone knows me, I'm not a big fan of board wipes, but a board wipe that does something else. That's part of the reason I liked Meat Hook Massacre and Invoke
Blood
Despair.
on the Snow.
Blood on the Snow. Like, it does other things, so it's not
it's not so vanilla where it's just like kill everything and like I'm not doing anything else. It's
destroy something. Like, it does something else. And frankly, in a Golgari Reanimator deck, why not? Just bring everything back. So anyways, I think it's good. I like this one, and this was one we agreed on that we both wanted.
And those like raise the past decks, this is good in that too.
Yeah, that's great. That's perfect in Raise the Path, and that's a meta deck.
You could raise the past, and then the next turn you could Villainous Wrath. There you go.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think there's cool stuff you can do. I'm into it. And I think this card's going to be good. I think it's going to be helpful. I still think that what's the other one? Deathly Cover Up is like good, especially with like the like surgical extraction effect that it has.
Yeah.
But that is like almost like too control-y for me, if you will.
I understand.
Whereas this like contributes actually directly to what my deck is doing, while still accomplishing the task of wiping the board. So I think that's something that I appreciate. And you can make it even more timely. I mean, sometimes it's just going to not be that great, but I guess if you're casting it, they're at least going to lose 1 or 2 life. So it's something.
No, you can potentially kill someone with this if they're doing like a token, like mono white tokens is big right now. If they're doing that spam and they have 8 or 9 creatures on the board
and all them.
Yeah, they're doing Elspeth. They're doing a big token deck. You wait. Yeah. Oh, you got 9 creatures. Well, I've gotten you down. I've gotten you down this far. Wipe it. You lose the game. So it's something people got to be aware of.
Yeah, you thought you were going to stabilize and then kill me with all your creatures. No, you're just going to die now.
It's one of those that's going to catch someone like they waited one turn too long. They were building and they pumped one more turn and didn't go for it, and now they're in trouble.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's good. I'm excited for it. I'm very excited.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's also called Villainous Wrath, which is my name.
Yeah.
So
I do see the OMENPATHS art now. I do like that.
Yeah,
that's good.
The OMENPATHS art is very nice. Let's see here. Okay, so I go next. I'm gonna pick a red card. I'm gonna save my black ones for later on. I'm gonna be picking in Spider-Man. It is called J. Jonah Jameson. 1 red and 2/2 human citizen legendary creature. In OMENPATHS, it's called Laszlo Enthusiastic Accuser. Sorry.
There you
go. Whenever it enters, you suspect 1 creature, like Spider-Man. So you suspect a creature, which when somebody's suspected, they get menace and they can't block anymore. Giving something menace immediately is a good way to win a game. I've learned this a couple of times because people are not, if they're saying, well, I have a blocker out, no way he's going to get through with that guy. And then you get through with that guy.
Yeah.
You oftentimes just win. So not only that, his second ability is whenever a creature you control with menace attacks, create a treasure token. So he gives somebody menace and then immediately can create a treasure token. And not only that, there's already a card out there that gives that has menace that creates treasure tokens, and that's called that Savage Outlaw guy that I always use.
Yeah.
So you could actually get 2 treasure tokens off that. For red ramp or even, this is flexible for ramp and even Rakdos or Gruul or anything like that. It does create a lot of mana, and it's going to be very useful in my opinion. I think it's a solid red 3-drop that is going to help. I mean, this goes in a dragon deck. This goes in a reanimator because potentially on turn 4 you're going to get your 5 mana out. Like we were talking about, it could go with anti-venom because you need that treasure to cast more white. So I think it's just not a flashy card, but one of those ones is just always going to put work in, man. It's always you're always going to be happy to see it top deck. It's going to give you 2 different effects, a ramp effect and an evasion effect. You're going to be good with it.
Yeah, I like it also because if you look at what people are playing in mono red, they're playing that 1 mana menace guy right now anyway. The one I think he's from Aether Drift, yeah, because he has the starting speed. And then
exactly.
When you get max speed, he has double strike and he can buff himself.
Yeah, he's out there.
So you're talking about, I mean, yeah, you could suspect him or you could suspect whatever, but or you could suspect like your what do you call it? Actually, suspecting your Screaming Nemesis is kind of good.
Ooh, yeah,
because if you
want
to block it, now you got to block with 2 creatures, and what if you like have like a 6/6 and like a freaking 2/2? So now you have to deal it 8 damage to block it. Also, I'm getting a treasure every time it attacks.
Yeah, no, so, I absolutely get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that it actually like fits right into what mono red is already doing if you want it to. Depending how you want the deck to go. Some of them are doing the Sarkhan into Nova Hellkite kind of deal. So if you're doing the treasure tokens, that's a way to ramp into your Nova Hellkite. Or just have that extra 1 or 2 mana for your removal spell, because red is like notorious for kind of like burning, no pun intended, through all their resources.
Yeah.
And now you give them extra mana. It's a little different. And it kind of speaks to the multitude of different ways that mono red can go right now. We have the balls to the wall, just straight aggro deck. We have the kind of more mid-rangey ones that are running these dragons now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we have like the ones that run like the Oger. Like their actual best win con is like a 4-drop that pings you to death with a card that punishes you for drawing cards. That's not something red used to do, but that's something that's become good.
It's a possibility.
Especially with the decks that are out there. I think it's good, and it just gives it like another thing in its toolbox, basically, to make a more well-rounded red or red X deck. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay.
All right, so number 3 time.
All right, so this is
one
cool, and this is an ability that I'm pretty excited about. So this is going to be Norman Osborn, and if you've watched a little bit of Spider-Man, you know who that is.
Spider-Man.
So 1 colorless, 1 blue, and he does transform, which we'll get to. He can't be blocked. He's a 1/1. When he deals combat damage to a player, he connives, draw a card, discard a card, and if you discarded a non-land card, he gets a counter. And then he has an activation to transform him for 1 and Grixis mana, so 4 mana, and he turns into Green Goblin. and he
with no green on his card, by the way.
No green except in the art a little bit, but otherwise no. So he's a 3/3 flying menace, so that's something. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 2 less to cast. And you're like, well, how many things am I really going to get from my graveyard? We'll just read the next line. Goblin formula. Each non-land card in your graveyard has Mayhem. Mayhem cost is equal to its mana cost. So, Mayhem is like the new Madness. And if you don't know what Madness is, it's when you discard this card, you can cast it for the Madness cost. Now, Mayhem, I believe you can just straight up... you may cast a card from your graveyard for its Mayhem cost if you discarded it this turn. Timing rules still apply. So it's actually better than Madness, because Madness was like, oh, you have to cast it right now if you want to do it, when you discard it. The Mayhem is like, if you did it this turn, you can do it, which I think is better. It gives you a lot more flexibility. Equally, he gives everything Mayhem, and there's already some good cards that have Mayhem to begin with. And the whole conniving thing, he's a built-in discard outlet. So he literally is the primary engine for your Mayhem deck should you choose to play one. I think he's awesome, and I think Mayhem is going to be a thing.
Mayhem is kind of one of those pre-builts. It's like you can pretty directly snap together a Mayhem deck. All the cards kind of fit together. It's all in one color. It's the villain colors, known as Grixis. So it's kind of your Mayhem commander potentially too. And just generally, even in the standard, it's going to be your Mayhem guy.
Yeah.
So I got to tell you that this guy is Gobin Gene Slicer Savant in Arena. That's his name.
Yep.
Gobin Gene Slicer Savant. So what's interesting about him is that he does not turn into something. He makes something. Obviously, Osborne turns into the Green Goblin, but he makes Fleam, Gobin's creation. And Fleam is a goofy-ass goblin villain. He looks like a dragon and a goblin with this big face. He has become a internet celebrity and a meme. People have been Fleam posting constantly. I don't know if you've seen that. Have you seen that? Yeah, people are Fleam posting. They're pretty excited about him. That they want Fleams. They're gonna get their Fleam.
Are we getting a Fleam pet? I hope so.
I don't think so. I don't think they knew that people are like down with loot, up with Fleam. We don't want loot. We want Fleam to be the
okay.
Because everyone loves a Scrunglow. Everyone loves a scringly little guy. Yeah. So he is just a goober. If you see his face, I'll put it up here.
He's definitely a goober.
He's 100%. He's confirmed goober. Like, so yeah, and so people really like him. They've been Fleam posting. He's gonna help with the mayhem. He's gonna cause a lot of mayhem. Goblins are already decent right now, so getting more goblins out on the board is gonna be a hell of a thing.
Yeah, Grixis goblins, not something we thought we would ever say, but who knows? You know.
Yeah.
And I think I have maybe a couple honorable mentions that have madness. We'll look into that then. Yeah, I have at least one honorable mention that is a madness creature. So that's something to keep an eye on too. So it's not like they just said, "Oh yeah, play this guy if you want to play madness." It's like, no, they have actual like madness cards.
Yeah,
that are
mayhem.
Also good. And oh, sorry, mayhem. My bad. Mayhem. They have actual mayhem cards that have a pretty heavily reduced mana cost for a lot of them if you cast for mayhem. So I think it's worth it. I just think it's like an opportunity to get crazy value.
And it's for discarding. We don't forget we have Monument to Endurance.
Yeah. You could play it with Endurance. You could, there's a lot of red stuff because you're playing red generally when you're going to do this mayhem stuff. And there's like Tersa, discard cards, draw that many cards. Okay, I'll discard my whole hand, and then I'll cast whatever, I'll discard whatever I want to cast for mayhem. You know what I mean? I discard all my mayhem cards. Boom. So that's something to consider as well. So yeah, I think we have a lot of options here, and it is one of those things we always talk about, the cards that get the juices flowing for deck building and kind of get your brain working and coming up with ideas, and you love the cards that get you thinking and get you inspired. And for me, that was one when I saw it, and I got to give it up to him. It was a blue card, and I kind of overlooked it. And
it is maybe the first blue card on our top 10. However, its redeeming value is that
it's actually
Grixis. It technically is Grixis.
Yeah.
So what the anti-blue streak is unbroken.
Which, if there was a blue color group we would choose, I think both of us would probably say Grixis.
Yeah.
So, that's fine. But yeah, what I think is great is he can't be blocked, which is like typical for blue stuff, but he has, there's other things that are really cool too. And I'm very excited about what the Mayhem mechanic will bring to the game. And I'm hoping that we get the other shock lands here soon. I want to get my Blood Crypt in standard. We were talking today, like maybe they're saving it for Lorwyn, but it does kind of suck that we have to then wait 6 months for it. But,
I know.
What are you gonna do? So, but yeah, I think Mr. Osborne is pretty good, and he's kind of like a surprising guy, which in the movies he always kind of had that element of surprise,
Yeah.
So I think it just fits really, really well.
He's still not as cool as Fleem.
Well, yeah, but the card design itself, the card design is really good.
Very much
really
so.
Good. Yeah.
So
and I don't like a lot of these transform guys, but I do like this one. A lot of them are 6 mana, which I think is too much, but he's 4, a little more reasonable.
He's reasonable. Yeah, I don't like those high cost, those triple color high cost transformers.
It's too much. But the 4, much. I can swing that.
Yeah.
That.
So my next one, speaking of Green Goblin,
what do you got?
My next one is my first black card, Death of Gwen Stacy. Okay. 1 black, 2. It is everything that you need. It is the black sampler package.
That is true.
And also, frankly,
starter pack.
Yeah. Also, spoiler alerts for something that happened in the 70s. Gwen Stacy dies.
True.
For spoiler alerts for people, also Clark Kent is Superman.
Yeah.
So just in case you haven't ever interacted with popular culture in the last 50 years.
Batman is rich.
Yeah.
His parents are dead.
Yeah, it's true. So, spoiler alert. So anyways, I actually really like the other one, his other version, which is the OMENPATHS. The House Grows Hungry.
I do like that.
The House Grows Hungry is a little
Duskmourn
visit
action?
to Duskmourn. That's a little Duskmourn action for you right there.
That's fire.
And it is a saga, and on the saga of House Grows Hungry, it shows the house destroying the plane. It shows it eating, ruining Duskmourn, which is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
So it does 3 things, 3 sagas. It is a 3-drop. Immediately, it is going to destroy target creature. Destroying a creature for 3 is fine. That's what murder is. Occasionally you have to play murder. However, I would say playing 3, but it is also flexible because it's just 1 black and 2. Destroy target creature. Good. Next turn, each player discards a card. If you don't, you lose 3 life. So now we're talking about getting some synergy about some discard here. I don't mind discarding a card, especially if I'm running it and I know that I'm supposed to be discarding. Reanimator, thank you. I love discarding a card on turn 4. Then also, people losing 3 life if they don't want to. Yeah, very good. Then we finish off with a lovely suite of anti-meta, which is exile any number of target players' graveyards, meaning that you can destroy your opponent's graveyard so they can't reanimate. Beautiful. Perfect. Everything you could ask for in a black card kind of in one delicious package here. I think it is a solid 3-drop. We are kind of in a black 3-drop drought. There's not great black 3-drops. The only one that is worth it is Preacher of the Schism. There's a million good 4-drops. Yeah, Slasher. And people don't even really play Slasher anymore. There needs to be some. So that's kind of what I was focusing on. I think it is a lovely little saga card. I think it's going to be worth it.
I like that it's any number and each player, so it's like a commander portable card as well, I think there's some value to that. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it's a solid card. I looked at it. I thought it was pretty good. Maybe not quite good enough for my top 5, but I did think it was a good card. It's kind of shows you the power creep going from like Murder or Hero's Downfall being like good for 3 mana, and now it's like, well, now for 3 mana I need it to kill something, and I need it to be a permanent, and then I need it to do stuff for 2 more turns, and now it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot for a 3 mana package.
Because you're right. It's like what, maybe 2 mana value for destroying the creature. We'll say 2 more value. Maybe one more value for the discard, and then exiling the graveyards is 1 to 2 mana. So you're getting at least like 4 to 5 mana worth out of your 3 mana thing, which that is what makes a saga good, is you get that value when you need it. You know, you may have to wait a few turns, but when you're doing other stuff while that's going off, and like Jay was saying, maybe we don't mind discarding a card. I mean, if you're running it in a discard deck, it's good, because the whole point of the discard deck is for you to have more cards in them, so you're supposed to not mind discarding a card, you know? So just something to keep in mind.
Very much so. Now let's get down to your number 2, man.
Number 2, so I'm gonna switch it up and do a card that does not include any black mana symbols. And this is gonna be Spider-Punk,
also known as Kraza the Swarm is One.
Okay, yes. I thought this one was interesting. Colorless and a red. It's a 2/1 legendary spider red guy. He has Riot. Enters with your choice of a +1/+1 counter or haste. Other spiders you control have Riot, which is pretty cool. Spells and abilities can't be countered, and if that wasn't enough for you, damage can't be prevented.
So no protection.
No protection, no anti-venom, as long as he... No. I think he trumps anti-venom, or it might be like a layering thing, which one was played first. I'm not positive on that. We'll see. I think it's just a really good card, and it's like a good card in red for when they get like locked out of like doing their thing. This is just like, oh well, everything that you said is gonna happen is just not happening now. It basically, you just say no. You just say no to everything, which I think is great. And
I think I'm sorry. I think thematically, the Spider-Punk giving Riot is really funny.
It's cool. Also, the flavor text here: disrespect authority, smash the system. So, you know, I'm down with that.
Yes, very much so.
And he is a spider in the other thing, because it really does pertain to spiders. Although even if he was the only spider you played in the deck, I think it's still fine because of the no countering and no damage preventing, and himself having Riot. I think that alone is like enough. You know what I mean? So yeah. Where are we at? So yeah, I think it's good. And I think that it's and maybe it's just like a sideboard card, like if you're going up against like control decks or these decks that want to prevent your damage, but then you're like, okay, well, I'll just not let you do any of your stuff that's supposed to deal with my stuff, and then I'll just keep winning. You know, so I think it's awesome. And for 2 mana, the fact that he's also a creature, just super value.
Absolutely. Plus, he's a cool character. All right. Well, keeping with the red theme, believe it or not, my number 2 is a red as well.
Ooh.
And
oh yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. This one is a problem. I'm not even saying him because I think he's going to be I'm going to play him, but it's going to be an issue. This is Electro Assaulting Battery, which is pretty funny because he's assaulting battery, assault and battery. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. In Universes Beyond, he is Bayo, Irritable Instructor, 2 red and 1, 2/3 flying. You don't lose untapped red mana as steps and phases end. So he's going to build up that power for you. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, add 1 red mana. That's a fucking problem.
That's an issue, yeah.
It's a worse issue because Vivi hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
If you combine him and Vivi, you are going to shit out mana like you don't even like it's going out of style, man.
Also, that like in what is it? In Enduring Vitality, the green guy that lets everybody tap for mana with the Storm Splitter deck. So now you're just getting additional mana when you make all the Storm Splitters, and it makes it even worse. Or just Storm decks in like Modern and other formats. It's a problem. Yeah, he's.
I'm not even done yet. He's got a 4th line of text.
True. True.
When Electro leaves the battlefield, by the way, this says leaves the battlefield, not dies. So even if you exile him, you get this effect going on. Matter. Whenever he leaves the battlefield, you may pay X. When you do, he deals X damage to target player. So even in a mono red, he's a fireball already built in there. You could go, okay, I'm going to play Electro next turn on turn 4. I'm going to play Bolt Wave, Bolt Wave, Bolt Wave. I'm going to go Bolt Wave, Bolt Wave, Bolt Wave. Or Bolt Wave, Lightning Bolt, or whatever. Or Lightning Strike. That is how much damage? That's 8 points of damage. I gained 3 red mana. And then I'm going to play Fling on you, or use Burn Together with my last mana. I'm going to generate 1 more mana, Fling him, and then he's going to do 2 damage to you. And because he died, I'm going to spend the rest of my unspent mana for 4 more to do 4 more mana damage to you. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's an insane amount of damage to do. 2 Bolt Waves and a Burn is 8. Sacrificing him is 2 more plus 4 more. It's like 14 points of damage on turn 4.
And he's building in the damage. Like the extra damage is like almost free then with what you generate and the spells you get to cast that are with the Bolt Waves effectively being free.
Essentially, yeah. Any kind of 1 red is going to be flinging, is going to be doing damage, getting that mana back for you, just to be able to keep throwing power around. Ridiculous. Yeah. You have him with Vivi, and Vivi generates all that mana as well. So you do that, generate, sacrifice him, generate a ton of mana, and just crap him out for that. So, he's going to be an issue. He's going in a lot of his attacks.
They could even, when they generate, their 25 mana with Vivi, they could just Flood Maw the Electro.
Yeah.
1 mana, Flood Maw, he leaves the battlefield.
Yeah.
Extra 24 mana is a fireball in your face.
Yeah. Yep. It's not good. It's going to be a problem. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to play him with Vivi in his deck. I might play an Izzet Spellslinger with him, but probably won't put Vivi because I think Vivi's probably going to get banned by November. But
yeah.
You're going to have October. You're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know it sucks.
So
but yeah.
So yeah, that's my Electro. That's my pick right there. He's a problem.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're looking at
your number 1.
It's number 1 time. Alrighty.
Which you callously stole from me. This one was a hard one.
I had to. Would you have made this your number 1 otherwise?
I probably would have. Yeah.
Would you? Okay. I feel a little bit worse now. So we've got Gwenum Remorseless, and on Through the OMENPATHS, it's Egrix the Bile Bulwark. So they're both still spiders and symbiotes. Egrix is significantly less attractive, I'll give you that.
Oh yeah. No, listen, the art may be good in the in Universe's OMENPATHS, but it's not better than Gwenum.
No. So this one, 3 colorless, 2 black for Gwenum, 4/4 Death Touch lifelink. When Gwenum attacks, until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play cards from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than pay its mana cost. So she's kind of got built in a free cast 4 mana spell, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Any other life you're gaining or that you're gonna gain effectively could let you pay life. So if you're playing Annex and you're playing demons, you do this. This is your kind of 5 mana spell, if you will, now, because a lot of the demon decks don't really have they don't play a 5 mana spell right now. Putting in 2 copies of this card could fill that slot for you. I know a lot of the time you just spend your 5 mana and make a demon, but this is a creature that can do more than just a 6/6 demon, in my opinion, and I think it's worth considering putting a couple of in there.
Well, it's Bolas's Citadel, on a stick.
Yeah, that's a thing. So there's a lot going on here. It is card advantage as well. And just the knowledge of knowing your top card, that's important. Also, like, oh, it's your top card. It's a shoot the sheriff. Okay, Gwen, attack. Pay 2 life. Kill your guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's cool. Because then you can like get rid of a blocker. Like, I think Gwen could take over the game. Especially if you're gaining life in other ways, with other lifelink creatures, whatever it may be. So because of that, I have to make her my number 1. I think she brings something to mono black or to black base decks that we do not have right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely is a powerful one. Honestly, not a bad reanimator target. Like turn 4 reanimate, like that turn 5 you're swinging in and doing it. And if you want to pay life off the top, off the spells off the top of your library, there's a lot of spells you can play off the top of your library that are very dangerous for that price.
Agreed. Yeah. Standard is a lower curve format right now, so like at the most you're probably going to pay 5 for something. You know what I mean? You get your annex, you could pay the 5, pay the 3. You could get your bloodletter. You could do a lot of stuff. Formats like eternal formats, like I think of like March of Otherworldly Light. Is that the one where you do the damage and gain the life? That one, the X, yeah. I think you get to pay the X on that still, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong though, or maybe you pay life for the X. I'm not sure, but then in turn you just gain it all back. You're gonna get fine. So it's pretty cool, man. And then if you have it out with like your snake veto, well, now the opponent loses all that, and you casted it effectively for free.
Yeah, especially if you do like Sinister 6 off the top. Behold the Sinister
6, 7, 7.
Yeah, you lose 7 life, but then reanimate 6 different creatures.
6 creatures. I fair trade. I dare I say.
I mean, it's pretty good. You can even do Valgavoth because he's a lifelink. So you lose 9 life, but you might gain 9 life next turn. So I think she's solid and very attractive.
So all right, let's do your number 1 then.
My number 1 is also Venom-esque, as you may or may not know, and I think this is a sleeper. The reason I'm choosing him is I want to put light on him, because I think people are ignoring this guy, and that is going to be Agent Venom.
Okay.
Agent Venom, also known as in OMENPATHS Relics the Accursed. 1 black
cool
and 2, 3. Yeah, Relics the Accursed looks cool. Agent Venom looks alright. Relics looks cool. He is a flash card, which, to be frank, not a lot of people have not a lot of black cards have flash. Right. He is a symbiote soldier hero. He has a 2/3 menace. When another non-token creature you control dies, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Card advantage for sacrifice. He's a miniature type of Sephiroth here. You can only ever have 1 Sephiroth out. This kind of gives you another one that's giving you black card advantage for the 3-drop. Not every time you can always get Annex. This is very similar. I think that these kind of 3-drop black cards that draw cards are so powerful. I'm going back to looking at Annex. It's a 3-drop draw card. Sephiroth, it's a 3-drop draw card. Rylex, 3-drop draw card.
Yeah.
If somebody is going to board wipe you and you flash him out, you're going to lose that life, but you're going to draw that much reanimator. You're going to draw that much cards.
Yeah. And if you have your Blood Artist effect on, then it kind of evens out.
You're not gonna worry about it. Even like we were talking about with Villainous Wrath it. You get to refresh.
Yeah.
Everyone dies, and then you get to refresh. With the amount of direct removal that's in the game right now, with the amount of kill cards, board wipes, and things, being able to constantly, that's where honestly one of the big problems I have with black decks, they run out of gas. Even Rakdos decks. A lot of stuff runs out of gas because people are removing, they're playing so much kill, they're smashing, you're having to block. being able to
Countering your big stuff.
constantly refresh your cards is such a unique way of doing things, especially with that Flash and Menace. By the way, he has Flash because it's Flash Thompson in there. That's who's in the suit.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's good flavor.
Because, yeah, the guy's name is Flash Thompson. So I think the reason he's my number one, maybe he's not the strongest card, he's a sleeper. I think that, and again, kind of the issue with the black 3-drop creature, yeah, we have a couple of them. There's a lot of 4s, there's a lot of 2s. I think he finds a spot in here. You draw 2 cards, you have Sephiroth and him out. If you sacrifice your chump card, you sacrifice your skeleton or whatever, you get to draw 2 cards.
Draw 2, and then you don't really lose the life because Sephiroth gains you the life.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so 2 cards
sweet.
every time something gets sacrificed.
Yeah.
We're starting to look at some options here. We're starting to get overwhelmed. We're getting into blue territory.
Yeah. Well, and biggest thing for me with this guy is a lot of them were like, a lot of them that do an effect like this, it's like 1 or more other non-token creatures you control.
No.
This just says another.
Yeah.
So 5 creatures on your side dying from a board wipe would draw you 5 cards. Whereas a lot of them, it's 1 or more, so it counts all of them as 1 instance, whereas each creature that dies here is an instance.
Yeah.
Thus drawing you more cards, which I think makes this guy a lot more good. That's like some of those fine details that really set something apart.
Yeah.
So that's very much in there. And you do him with your Umbral guy. You sack it, surveil. You get to look at another card before you draw the card. You know what I mean? So pretty good, man.
Pretty good. I think he's going to be a sleeper.
Pretty good. Yeah, me too. So, I'm gonna trust you on this one because I didn't trust you on Annex, and
I'll never let you live it down.
I know, and especially for how much I use it, like I have to just constantly own up to how much I fucking whiffed on that one.
He did not like Annex. Can you believe this, guys?
I didn't like. I guess it's not that I didn't like it, but I didn't think it was a number 1. But I have to trust you on these now. So I like it. I think he's a good card still. So I'm trusting it. We're gonna trust Jay here. We're gonna say this is a really good card. Because of previous history, and I don't disagree with like really anything that you said either. So at least for this guy.
So
okay,
you have any honorable mentions because we're almost at our tier 0.
Yeah. Let's power through these. I'm just gonna like name names and just give maybe like 1 or 2 things here.
Rip them off.
Peter Parker's camera, new Strionic Resonator, cool. We talked about Anti-Venom, Sandman Shifting Scoundrel, Carnage, Crimson Chaos, Mayhem card. What else? Lizard. You just sent me Lizard.
I had Lizard. I had Lizard on there. I think that a 5/5 trample for 4 that also gives you another
fine. Yeah.
He makes something else a 4/4, and I'm thinking that if you're playing him in small decks, like you could turn into a little creature into a 4/4. It's supposed to curse someone and remove their ability.
Just ramp your Llanowar elves, ramp Llanowar elves into him, and make your Llanowar elves a 4/4 or something.
Yeah, attack with Llanowar elves, and a 5/5 for 4 is not terrible. I don't think he's like amazing, but Lizard is good.
Lady Octopus, Arachne. Do we have anything else? Oh, and then this is the last one. We have to mention it, and Jay's gonna put up the picture. Imposter Syndrome, because they did the meme.
They did the meme.
They did the
delicious impasta.
They had the chance to do the funniest thing, and they literally did the funniest.
They had to do it.
They fucking did it, and I gotta give them props for that. I'm still mad about not banning Vivi, but that was really funny. Yeah, so good job, Wizards. But yeah, so those are my honorable mentions. I don't know if I kind of took them all or if you had any others, but
I didn't. Lizard was one of mine. I know people are excited about Hydro Man.
Okay. Is that the 4/8?
No, that's the one that turns into a land and gets +1/+1 whenever you cast a blue spell.
Oh yeah. That's that'll be like a fun, weird thing to do. Sure, I'm not gonna play it, but somebody's gonna have fun with it, so I'm excited for him.
And there's one last one that I hate and that I'm mad that they're printing because it's gonna be the worst thing ever. This is an honorable mention, a dishonorable mention, let's call it. That's gonna be called Hide on the Ceiling. It's the worst possible thing that could have happened to us because it makes artifact decks go fucking ham on you.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit of an issue, which is
because it exiles and then returns them. So if you have a million, artifacts out, it blinks every artifact that you want for X mana. So if you have that stupid Simulacrum Simulator out, it's just gonna shit out a bunch of stuff. So
not my favorite thing in the world, but you know.
Spider Ham is good too because it synchronizes also. Last one, Spider Ham Peter Porker, super good with any kind of Bloom Burrow deck because he pumps up every animal.
Yeah, he is kind of awesome in that regard. I'll give him that.
And the Universes Beyond is a nightmarish monster. Is not funny at all. Spider Ham is a fun cartoon character. Tyran Tusk, unwisely Aroken, is absolute nightmare fuel. Absolute nightmare. If you've ever want to see a wild boar and a tarantula fused together, look that up. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Exactly.
Well, I guess he's a spider still then, huh?
He is.
Spider pig. Okay, well, we're at card 0, tier 0, whatever you want to call it.
Have you guys guessed it yet? Because
people in the Discord probably guessed it.
Because
they saw us talking about it, and they were talking about it with us. We were talking about Villainous Wrath in there too, though. We were talking about some stuff. Anyway, you want me to do it?
You can do it. All right.
Morlin, Devourer of Spiders, and I think this is also why I have to take it. In OMENPATHS, it's Luis, Pompous Pillager. A lot of people who know me know my name is Lou or Louis, which is just like basically like. Louis is like the French version, like Louis, and then Luis is like the Spanish version. So that's my name, but Spanish. And he's like a cool, like Ixalan vampire guy. He's also a villain. Now
we have a villain vampire, guys. How are we not going to pick that? Like, come on,
dude. Come on, man. We had to, right? And it's cool. It's still really cool.
He's an amazing card.
Amazing card, and the Spider-Man art's good too. So we've got Morlin Devourer Spider. So it's X and black. So this is where it gets interesting. So he's a 2/1 lifelink if you don't do anything else. He enters with X +1/+1 counters on him. Okay. And when he enters, he deals X damage to target opponent. So he is effectively a black mana or an all black, mono black fireball guy.
Yeah.
Who has all those counters, but because he has lifelink and he deals this damage, you gain all the life too, which is sick. And then if Snake Veto's out, they lose double the life. And then if Bloodletter's out, they lose quadruple the life.
Oh, ridiculous.
What more do I have to say?
Yeah.
Give me 4 of these right now.
No, he's first of all, you could play him on turn 2, no problem. Like you could just put in a 2/1 lifelink if you want.
You know, whatever, fine. You know, he blocks all right. In a devotion deck, he's a 2 devotion on turn 2. You know, whatever. Like, play him. You could play him on 3, 4. I think that's the cool thing is he's good literally like any turn.
No, he's good from turn 2 to turn 50. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's great. It's great. And then Jay was talking about like burn together. Boom.
Yeah.
There's your. You know what I mean?
He's insane.
Do it twice. So. I'm super happy with it. I think it's a great card. I have other people saying that this card's going to be a banger too.
No, he's fantastic. The fact that he's Luis is really funny.
I love it. Oh, I love it, dude.
I mean, it's a vampire villain. It's the top guy. Again, curving out from 4 to 5, Bloodletter of Aclazotz or Snake Veto, Enduring Tenacity. Either one of them into a 5, they're gonna lose 6 life.
Yep. A lot, dude. I love it.
It's very, very. And also, he comes in with 1/1 counter, so then he's lifelink. He's gonna come in as a 5/4.
Yeah, so when he's swinging, he's his stats are fine too, or he just blocks really well. Whatever.
Whatever you want, he's there. It is an absolute. He's an absolute monster. Yeah, he could also trigger off the cascade of infinite loop for Bloodthirsty Conqueror.
Yeah, because of that one damage going.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, I bought a Bloodthirsty Conqueror today.
Fantastic.
Yeah, $30 of course, but
all art or main?
Just regular. Can't afford the alt art. It was too much. It was like $60 Can't do it. Couldn't do it.
So yeah, Moreland is the guy. I know that for some reason Spider-Man fights vampires every now and again. It was really great. I think that it sucks that Morbius is so bad. It would be cool if this guy was Morbius. The memes would all be there, but unfortunately they said no. They said no Morbius.
No Morbius.
No, we can't the Morbius card we got fucking sucks, dude. He's so bad. I have to make a video with him because I just have to. But he's Demir. He's a Demir, and he's just supposed to be a commander because the whole point of it is that he escapes the commander zone.
Oh, right. So he's cool, like, overall, but in standard, like, not.
No, he's not worth it in standard. If he's a commander, you could probably do something with him because you exile him from your graveyard, which means that you get the secondary effect. You don't put him in the commander zone. You let him die, and then exile him and get the effect of his exile. Put him back when you exile him, and then you get to look at the top cards of your library and put them in your hand. But his stats are too bad. Honestly, if his stats line was better, he's a 3/1. It's terrible. Fucking just
not great.
No, but anyways, we have Moreland. We have Moreland.
Cool, Morbius, but Moreland is fucking. We think it's a baller card. He's legendary. He's a rare. Hopefully, he's not going to cost too much because I want 4, maybe 5.
AKA Luis. You're gonna get the Luis. You're gonna get the Luis proxies.
Can you do that?
Yeah, you can just get proxies printed out. That's just Luis.
Oh, so I could get cards printed of the digital ones. Yeah, I might as well, right? Or maybe I'll put him in my commander deck or something like that.
There you go.
Because it is a vampire deck, so.
Yeah. So fantastic stuff right there. That is our number one guy. Moreland is here. We're getting OMENPATHS. We're getting Spider-Man. What are your thoughts on it? How are you feeling? Are you hyped? Are you not hyped?
Yeah.
Are you bored? Are you excited? We'll be back here in exactly 2 weeks to do the Avatar top 10.
Feels like it.
Because, yep, it's coming out in November, so we got to be back soon. And we'll be in early access as well. We're doing our best with that next week. So
coming up.
And we're gonna have another video coming about Universes Beyond and what are our real thoughts about Universes Beyond as we go. So stay tuned for all that good stuff. We have a lot of stuff coming out. Stay tuned. It'll be exciting. It'll be fun.
Absolutely.
And we'll have to see you in the next one, guys. There it is. Cool. There's our top 10.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you in the next one. Adios. And we'll see you in the OMENPATHS and also in New York for some reason. Bye-bye. I'll call this meeting of the Black Council close. Bye.